After doing my last post about Superman, my sister pointed out another reason I like Superman so much. One of the songs about him. As I thought about it, I realized there is a lot of songs about Superman. So as an add-on to my previous post, I'm going to talk about my 5 favorite Superman songs. Number 5. Crash Test Dummies, Superman Song. This is the one that would have been in my previous post, so I figured I'd get it out of the way first. This song is the debut single of Canadian folk rock band Crash Test Dummies. It speaks of the death of Superman, written as a eulogy. The song points out something most people don't think about for Superman. He made a living working as a reporter as Clark Kent, and didn't make any money for being Superman. This was probably my favorite song as a child. My parents had the Crash Test Dummies debut album, The Ghosts That Haunt Me, and I would always ask them to put it on specifically for this song. Number 4, Stereophonics Superman. This one isn't really about the actual character Superman, and in the song is meant to be portraying someone who thinks of himself as Superman. The lyrics seem to imply a man who thinks the world of himself, but he really isn't that great of a person, coming across as manipulative and phony. It compares the woman he has to Lois Lane, but he doesn't notice how great she is, and just thinks about impressing the next woman. Despite the lyrics not really supporting Superman, I still think it's a pretty cool song. I really like the bass line in it. I first came across this song as it was in an episode of Smallville, when Clark gets infected by silver kryptonite, which makes him paranoid. The song is meant to show that Clark isn't himself. Number 3. Three Doors Down, Kryptonite. So this is another one where Superman is used as a metaphor, but in this case the person is actually a good person. The lyrics talk about someone who is always there for someone else, and ask if that person will always be there for them too. The singer-songwriter Brad Arnold said he wrote this song when he was 15 in math class. He has said that the main question the song asks is not just about being there for someone for the hard times, but as the lyrics say, if I'm alive and well, will you still be there holding my hand? I don't really know when I first heard this song, I just remember it being everywhere when it came out. Number 2, Five for Fighting, Superman, It's Not Easy. This beautiful song, like the Crash Test Dummies one, is a little softer and looks at Superman from a different point of view than he is normally thought of. It says Superman's life, despite all his powers, is not as easy as we think it is. This can also be seen as using Superman as a metaphor for having a tough time to fit in. This is another one I first heard on Smallville, which seems like a perfect fit for it, with the story showing Clark trying to fit in and have a normal high school life. The song was also used to honor the victims of the September 11th attacks in 2001, the year the song was released. Number 1, Michael Cimbello, Superman. Maybe a weird choice for number 1, but I'm a big fan of Michael Cimbello, and maybe the only one. This song is wild. It starts Indian-inspired before, like all of Michael Cimbello's music, becoming very 80s with its synths. The lyrics, depending on how you look at it, are either saying Superman is a metaphor for Jesus, or how I like to see them, as Michael Cimbello believing that Jesus was really Superman. I'm not a religious person, so I think the idea Jesus was really an alien from Krypton is a lot funner. I first came across this song just by listening to Michael Cimbello's Bossa Nova Hotel album, which I highly recommend. It's a trip to the 80s. There are some other songs that deserve mention, such as Eminem's Superman and the Kinks' Wish I Could Fly Like Superman. These are just the songs that I have the most nostalgia or attachment to. It's interesting that not just being an inspiration for being a good human, Superman has also inspired so much music. Thanks for watching.